Hey traders, how are you? It's Thomas T. Ryan and Company, and we're back again with a quick video here. 2nd of May, it's after the market close, and I had a trader ask a question that I thought we would try and get to real quick about TC2000. There's our results also, by the way, at the close of today. We're closing in on beating the Dow, which sometimes it takes a few months, I think, for us to do that. You know, we have successfully beat the Dow for the last several years by year end nicely on our daily trades. Weeklies are definitely challenging, but we're neck and neck right now on the daily trades. And we had a good day today. We closed out a couple of winners. We probably went a little too soon on Ulta. We closed the trade on Ulta. Completely closed 100% at 1R profit there, and also hit 2 and 3R profit on AutoNation short. Anyway, here's my TC2000 screen. You've all seen this many times before. These are the markets. We keep an eye on all the markets: the Dow, the Nasdaq, the Qs, oil, S&P. These are the monthly charts: weekly, daily, hourly, 10-minute, and everything is separated by a factor of 4 or 5 X. So you get about 5 hours of trading in the day. You get about 4 weeks in a month. 4 weeks, 5 days in a week, that kind of thing. So that's why we have these separations. The main thing that I'm looking at here today are the indicators. This was a late day, day trade I did right up here. And oh, by the way, this is paper trading on TC2000. I'm not sure what the price level is it takes to get into this, but TC2000 has introduced a trading service. You can trade directly with them with cash. I don't trade with them with cash. I do use their paper trader though. I'm a platinum subscriber, so I'm getting real-time quotes. This is a free service to me, and I find it very helpful. I have 2 or 3 different paper trading accounts that I track in here because I want to keep an eye on the behavior of the market during the day, and I'll put up various paper trades in there that I think look right, and it helps keep kind of a sense of what's going on in the overall market. Because remember, a lot of the market today is really highly correlated, and it's also very dependent upon a handful of big stocks. Amazon, Apple, these guys are dominating the behavior of the market, and there may be other things under the surface which are starting to change before some of those guys change. So I like to keep a bunch of trades, paper trades on, and see how they're doing during the day in addition to our live trades. Anyway, I had a question about, can you adjust indicators? So here are all of my indicators: average true range, how much is the stock going to move during the day, volume, MACD, signal line, and MACD histogram, RSI with an RSI average, a 5-period stochastic, a 14-period stochastic, and this is a personal condition formula that I do to calculate the spread between the high and the low of the stock at any given point in time. And you can see right here on this stock, it's $1.22. So how do we adjust these things? Well, here's RSI right here. Let's go to RSI. We're going to click right on that, and there's the edit function right there. Edit. And here are all the settings for RSI. This is a 7-period RSI. It's in purple. You can change whether, if you're going to do it as an overlay, you can change how the opacity of the indicator. You can even change the source of the data for this RSI. I'm not sure what you would do with that. I've never tried doing that. I suppose somebody does that, but this is, for me, I just look at the RSI on price. Stochastic, same thing. Go down here, edit. 14-period, and the fast and the slow, and you can adjust both of those. No problem. Change the color, do whatever you want with that. The specific question somebody asked was Bollinger Bands. So we have Bollinger Bands on here. This is a 20-period Bollinger Band, which I have set up and adjusted so that it potentially shows the best way that you want to see this. But let's right-click on that as well. And we can go to edit, and we can change the color, the shading, which I believe is a backdrop shading in the thing. This is a 20-period, which has been overlaid on the 20-period moving average. So what you want to do is when you put up a Bollinger Band is you want to make sure that the bands are taking into account the reactiveness of the stock to those ranges, or how does the stock behave within a given range. This one I have set up at a 4.7 standard deviation off of the 20 period moving average, and that's a huge deviation, but it takes into account all of the peaks. It doesn't even really take into account some of these peaks. So this is an example. I don't really use Bollinger Bands, but I just put it up here so you can see. You can move this down right here, clicking down, and you can tighten it up, or you can expand it. You want to get it so that it's encompassing about 90% of the behavior of the stock, right? So that's pretty close. But even down here in this narrow range, isn't it interesting how it still popped out of there? And of course, that's a trading strategy that a lot of people use. You get down into a narrowing of the Bollinger Bands. You've got low volatility. The stock is in a quiet phase, and you look for the bands to start to break out. And once you see the breakout, there you go. I'm not sure that it's any clearer than other particular ways to trade, but I know a lot of people do trade that way. And it probably makes some sense if you get good at it and pay attention to it, and that's the way you want to do it. Great. You'll probably, I would just say to you, the number one thing about that trade right there is that this stock is in an uptrend. Uptrend in the higher time frame, uptrend in this time frame. Look at the 50 periods moving up. You're in a quiet phase of an uptrend. When are you going to buy that stock? Well, you could buy it on the breakout right here. You could have bought it on this breakout. That's one of the problems. This might have signaled a breakout right here to you. And of course, you would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about a week early on that breakout, and you would have had to sit on probably some losses right in here for a while. Is there a better way to buy this breakout? Maybe not. I'm not an expert on trading, breakouts of ranges like that. And I suppose that's as good a point as any to get into this thing, although you'd sit there kind of frustrated really for many days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 9, 10 days before you'd be back into a profit position if you bought it, somewhere over this high right in here. Maybe not 10 days, 7 or 8 days. So, but anyway, I digress. That's the Bollinger Band settings, and yeah, you can do that, and I think you can do it on all the versions of TC2000. I think most of the lower priced versions of TC2000, you are restricted on the way things can get sorted and screened, but not necessarily how the indicators function or the availability of the indicators. Anyway, that's how you do adjustments of indicators, and you can do it on everything. There's my 12-period moving average. Just unbelievable the adjustments that you can make on all of these things. Exponential moving averages, offset periods, all that stuff. So totally flexible. Now you get the point that I'm a big fan of the software. Anyway, thanks so much, guys. I hope you're all having successful trades, and come back and see us again anytime.